Hey shit talkers, before you continue, just a little reminder. This is part 2 of a part 1 conversation. Part 1 dropped on Wednesday, November 12th. So if you haven't listened to part 1 yet, please go listen to that and then come back and continue with part 2. And if you're getting caught up because you already listened to part 1, then enjoy.
Hi shit talkers. Welcome to Talk Shit with Me. And I am your host, Paula, the shit talker.
Shit talking, always rocking. Shit talkers, come on and drop in. Shit talk is always shocking. Talking shit with pain.
I mean, don't we all like talking shit anyways? Talk Shit with Me is the podcast for you.
Talking shit with pain, yeah.
I'm a person who plays the long game. Like, I'm not a now person. That's why I volunteer. That's why I work events instead of attending them. That's why this, because I get more out of that.
You get a lot from attending. That's the pro tip from volunteering.
You get a lot more from
That's what I'm saying. You get a lot from volunteering. I've been doing this for years.
The first thing you think you get a lot from attending.
But I have to fix it.
Yeah, that's what
I just remember as far back as like 15 years ago, figuring out, I knew that there was something that I wanted to participate in and just not having the means to like buy a ticket. And so I realized when you volunteer, you get even more access than you would.
Everything.
If you were,
because if you have a general admission, you can only be in the general. But when you're volunteering,
you have access to everything. And then because I volunteered at a really cool event that was hosted by a really cool organization, then I'm seeing like these premium perks like, oh, well, we're having a mixer after, we're having a nice meal, we're going to take care of you in these types of ways. So I was just like, sure, yeah. It's not something that I do all of the time, but I just know
when you have that time, if you have that time,
I really want to engage. And it's also a pro tip for marketing. Not marketing. Exactly. That's not what I'm going to say. It's a pro tip. Well, it can work for marketing. Exactly. It's a pro tip for networking.
Very much. I remember the first podcast when I went and I was just randomly, even though I knew a lot of people through virtually because we did it virtually. But on the second time, I decided to volunteer and I volunteered on the front desk. And then they kept me in the line. So I was talking to people who probably would have not even seen because we were talking about conference of 2000.
When you're checking people in, that's such a
you get to read their labels, you get to know their podcast. You're like, yeah. And then people also see your strengths.
Yes.
So podcast saw my strength. They're like, yo, Paula is good with people. Paula, even when there's a long line, Paula entertains people where they don't feel like the line is long.
Right.
So they would always put me in places where there's lines and people, and I don't mind talking to people.
Because you're mitigating the crowd.
And then I went from that to being an ambassador, to winning a Community Heroes Award, to becoming a mayor and a governor of Podfest. So
you better.
When people see you,
I want a little bit of yours.
So people, you also end up finding your skills in what you can do, because when you're volunteering, you don't know necessarily where they're putting you, right? And they can shift you around every time.
This is good. I'm listening.
I mean, he decided to buy a smallest bottle for a very expensive price, and I got a biggest bottle.
It was not like that.
That one you're left with one glass right now. Mine still has and I'm drinking on big glass. I still have 3 big glasses of mine.
I didn't know it was that good, or I would have just passed some of yours.
So, anyhow, volunteering, they see you, they give you opportunities, they connect you with people. Now I get paid to do events in certain places, and they require me. And somebody was even telling me, like, yo, Paula, do you know whenever we're planning events, your name constantly keeps coming up? But because when you go out there and you just do you, your strength, people watch and they see. I've hosted rooms where people tell the owners, like, next year if I'm speaking, can Paula be the host of my room? Because she really got people going. I ended up being invited to be the pressed for the Ambies for my first year attending the Ambies.
Oh,
And I've never done press red carpet or anything, but it was like people notice you. Exactly. Like, and so,
Credentials.
and to me, I always think like I'm just adding shit on my resume. Like, and, you know, and when I say everything is figured out, I use this word because I say you can. I feel like if you really want to do something, even if you're new at it, you can figure it out if you really want to.
I didn't know how to do podcasting.
Exactly.
It out.
Me neither. I started. I was Googling. I was YouTube watching.
I was watching the PRX videos for how to start a
I
podcast.
don't even know PRX, but at that time in 2020, remember we used to call it Instagram college because everybody was doing free courses.
Oh
And
my God, the master classes. I took so many master classes. I have so many screenshots and notes. Like, as soon as I got to the part where they start selling, I'd just be like, oh my God, this was so nice.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm gonna go, but like, thank you for the free game.
But
A lot of the shit that I know that is part of my core knowledge.
and this is why I shout out to the High Up Clubhouse. The High Up Breakfast Club, which is Chris, Dominic, and Walter. They keep me straight. Shout out to the Moped Boys, Joe, Mike, and Chase. They keep me straight. Shout out to Gordon, who makes sure my paperwork is right because he's an entertainment lawyer. 2 episodes back, go listen to it. But again, it also comes back to the power of showing up. Because yes, people virtually, you can easily meet people virtually, but there's a difference between feeling somebody's energy virtually than in real life.
Oh, it's a big difference. You
Yeah.
sell a lot easier and faster if I could touch you, baby. And I don't mean that no kind of way. I just mean if we in person,
You said what you said.
if we're in person and you can feel the authenticity that is
And you can
radiating from me,
and you can
it's
also
an easy yes.
easily call that bullshit compared to virtually. You can smell the energy, you can smell the bullshit. So you know exactly how it is. And speaking of that, I'm gonna ask the question that I asked everybody, but most people have known me longer. So for you, it might be a little bit different because it's just been a few months. But this is one of our biggest questions for season 10 because again,
Okay,
I believe in
Big
giving
question.
people flowers, and this season is giving myself flowers because 10 bitch, I did that. Season 10, 5 years, we've been doing this shit. Cheers.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you. So, your impression of me when you first met me, and let the people know when you met me.
Okay.
And then to now that I feel like our relationship is really going, we've all been in each other's houses. We have,
Drinking?
yeah, we've shared so many secrets at this point. We talk a lot. So, and from now, where now you really know me, what's your impression now?
It's the same.
It's funny you say that. Almost everybody says that, like, they might just have like,
That was so easy. That's such an easy question, and I can elaborate.
okay,
So,
but yeah, when you first met me, what's the impression? Because when you say it's the same, because what are people relating it to being the same?
let me break it down for you because I'm good at this. Okay. I'm a nice way into this wine, but I'm still articulate. Okay. She knows her words. When I first met you, energy was high, enthusiasm was high. The connecting, it was just happening just right off the rip. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just like, I'm very big on when I meet somebody, I need you to stay consistent with integrity. I need you to stay consistent with energy. Those are big things. And as long as, because like when it comes to me connecting people, especially connecting deeply, that is my preferred way of connecting. I'm not interested in those surface level connections.
Me neither.
And so
I don't like
because we could, yeah. So that was how it started. It was very much me being interested in what is she talking about? I met you, I think the morning of or the day before you did your talk at PRX. And I said, I need to go see what she's talking about. I'm pulling up. I pull up. Your presentation is wonderful. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. And I had talked to you before your talk. And then and it goes back to everything we've been talking about, showing up. I said, I'm coming to your talk. And I come to your talk, like for real.
Yeah, because we met the night before
Drinking.
And it's funny because
It's still what I'm doing.
and that's the thing about showing up. Because remember the visiting and the lady was sitting next to me at the table. We also were with her at PRX drinking at the after party. And
I didn't tell them to open up that bar, but I wasn't going to tell them to close it.
Exactly. But
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So we met the night and she really said, I was like, I'm presenting tomorrow. She's like, I'm definitely going to come. What time is your present? And then I told her the title. She's like, oh, I actually wanted to come to that. I was already going to come to that one.
In my agenda. So I come through. She's presenting. The information is quality. I'm loving.
I was moderating. Shout out to Bree, Casey, and Walter. By the way, as of today, I know we are recording on October 2nd, so I'm sorry, Bree, but Bree just turned 30 today and living her best life celebrating. So happy birthday, Bree.
So many toasts.
I know. That's why I say this is going to be the longest, but Bree was one of my panelists. I was moderating it with Bree. Walter was the only man holding it down.
A great walk. So in that experience of seeing you moderate the panel, I love a good panel. I love a good moderator. You did your thing. I like how you showed up with all the branding. Like you were very serious and you were serious. And we can tell, everybody who meets you can tell that you're serious about your shit, but not in a way where it's like you take yourself too seriously. That's a very specific balance. Not everybody can maintain that. Not everybody can achieve that. I like to think that I do that, but I think that you are great at that. And so in all of the authenticity coming through the way that it does, the way that it did, and you making it very clear from the jump, I'm a connector. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm a connector. That's going to resonate with me because that's me. I just want everybody to know about what's available based on what I know. I don't know everything. I don't know everybody. I can't get you in all the rooms. I don't know if I can necessarily get you to the top, but I'm willing to at least be like, let me hand you this brick and maybe you can add this to your foundation, add this to your wall. I just like to know that I was able to contribute to that. And so I felt that same spirit in you. And so when you were starting to invite me to stuff, which was basically right away, I was like, cool, I'm coming because like it means a lot to me to know that someone thought enough of me to make sure that I was in that room. So yeah, it's my experience with you has been, you was how you was initially, and it has been consistent. And as long as you maintain that, then I know that I made a good pick. And that's how I am. And so maybe it's a little bit of, not narcissism, but it's like you appreciate having the access to similar qualities that you possess in somebody that you call a friend. So
I love that.
I thought you was going to give me one. That's all I need.
I love
Thank
that.
you so much.
And it's funny because even Mark today told me about that panel. Like you were there and he said like, because initially Mark was supposed to moderate that panel.
Oh, but he made sure that you did.
Yeah, he was like, because we were hosting, Atlanta Podcast was hosting the after party that night, meaning Mark would have to be active. It was like, Paula, my good band, I can't do both. So, and I rather do the party because it's drinking. Like, I can easily talk to people when, exactly, open bar, baby. Atlanta came through for that.
Low key, more like, hey, everybody's getting along.
That morning, we did a workshop where we presented to Apple people. Shout out to Patrick Cherry. And then in the afternoon, I did my panel. So I felt like I deserved that. However much drinking I was doing. But anyway, when today Mark told me, I was like, Paula, they came back with feedback like, we're really grateful that you recommended a good, like the right person. And that's why I say sometimes you're not unsure of what you're doing, but you're doing it. So to get those feedback really helps you keep pushing. But everything that you said, right? And I'm a person who one of the reasons why I share stuff with the people, and I will share, but if you're never going to show up, I'm going to eventually stop sharing. But if you're showing up and every now and then you miss because life happens and shit happens, I'll still keep sharing. But I'm a person who believes that
Just stay in touch.
yeah, there you go. But I'm a person who believes that the algorithm works in its way, and we are not all following the same people. And sometimes we assume everybody knows that, so everybody knows things. But people know you. The people who know you, but the rest of the people don't know you, or the rest, or you might not know what everything is happening. So whenever things are happening, I don't care if it's something you're interested in or not. I might share it because in my head as well, you might not be interested, but you might know somebody who I don't know in yourself who might be. So even when it comes to job offers, whatever, like I just share when it's something that I know it makes sense, I'll share. I'm like, I'm just sharing to whoever it might work for you or your community or your people.
Can I give you a specific example of how that worked with the last event that we went to together? First of all, we got free laptops, period. We got free laptops, like, come on.
After that event call, I was like, bitch, you better keep inviting me to all this shit because I'm coming out.
No,
And I
was already pulling up, but
I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to talk this one.
but it was so lit though because it was my birthday month. I celebrate my birthday all month, so it was just like happy birthday to me. Your girl got a free computer, but I invited someone. To your point,
And we're
take your time, take your time. And Square readers. So this event was sponsored by Square. Shout out to Square and Visa. And the event was specifically geared towards food entrepreneurs.
Food and beverage, because FIFA is coming to Atlanta 2026.
In the moment where I had, just when I received the invitation, I was like, cool, let me, what is the term that we use? Pay it forward. Who can I invite to this that will make sense? I don't like to just randomly invite people to stuff. Make it make sense. So I invited a good friend of mine, Patricia, who is a gardener, because we all up in this gardening and plant gang. And I said, hey girl, this is what it is. She signed up for it. Baby, it was like 3-4 weeks out. We pull up to the event. I see her. I forgot that I had invited her. I was like, oh, it's so great to see you here. And then I was like, I invited you. Anyway, the point being, I invited her because that's just how much life was lifing. I invited her and forgot that I invited her.
She even forgot that event was happening because she was inviting me to another event that was happening that day. And I was like, baby, I'm going to this one. She was like, oh shit.
48 hours before the event. I was like, hey girl, it was a Wednesday night calendar.
And imagine if you'd have gone to your Vista and we were out here chilling with our laptop.
I would have missed that laptop trying to.
And Patricia would have been there and be like, but I thought I was going to meet you because you're invited.
No, it's fine. Everybody was going to be in place except for me. So I invited Patricia. Then it was a Wednesday. That Monday, I said, hey, Paula, you should come with me to this other event on Wednesday. She talking about, well, I'm going to this event. I said, you know what, babe? That's what we said. All right, let me fix my calendar. So, yeah, saying all that to say.
And she did say, she was like, I thought I had something, I just wasn't sure. And this is why calendars work. Like, me, myself, if it's not on the calendar, I can
not coming.
Yeah. And sometimes when people just text you times or whatever, and it doesn't, I like when shit comes to your email and says, add to calendar.
Add to calendar. Even
but when you can't add to calendar, it's like, you kind of forget. Like, even you remember, when you was talking about us recording this on October 2nd, I was like, excuse me. You're like, when am I coming on your show? I'm like, well, when are you free?
Oh, yeah.
So you were going through your calendar and you're like, October 2nd. And I was like, shit, I think I have something. I was supposed to record at 11.
Yeah.
But I had something with Mark, but because I personally didn't put it on my calendar.
That reminds me of a scripture from the New Testament where I can't remember if it was Mark, Luke, James, or Paul. But he said, isn't this great? Your flight leaves at 8. My flight lands at 9. If the game arrives. That's not New Testament, but y'all feel me.
I don't know.
It depends on which version of the KJV.
I don't know what testament that is, but
Let's wrap it up.
so
It's the unofficial, official takeover of Talk Shit with P. It's your girl, Cola be talking shit with P. I love talking shit, just shit. It happens to be a specialty of mine, so it's a good time. No shit was missed. Drinks was dranked, drunk, drinked, and everybody's winning. Feel me? I'm just talking to the audience.
no, that's fine.
It's a Thursday night.
Well, for Paula, Thursday is drinking day for her. So when people decide to do, people decide to do shit with me on Thursday, that means you're gonna drink regardless.
Okay, listen up, y'all. I'm about to give you all a great ass tip, okay? Y'all know I barely read my DMs, and God, don't get me started on tracking my links. But now, I'm low-key organized. And you wanna know why? You wanna know what the secret is? Stampede Social. So Stampede Social, it's like if Instagram, Linktree, and your favorite social media intern had a baby, but with boundaries and vibes, lots of vibes. You get a full dashboard that tracks what people are actually clicking on. Now, wouldn't you like to know that? Like I do, and I enjoy it. I've been obsessed with it. Like for once, I know which post made y'all run to my link and which ones flopped harder than my ex's mixtape. Sorry. Plus, here's a kicker. Get this right. There's a 7-day free trial because we don't do commitments without a test drive, y'all. And if you're feeling spicy, or should I say extra spicy, use code PAULA20. Yes, that's PAULA20 for 20% off a plan every month for life. Yes, forever, forever. So if you're a content creator, podcaster, or just tired of shouting into the void, go check out Stampede Social because your content deserves better than link in bio with zero context. Again, that's Paula20, PAULA20. Because I love you, but I love organized chaos even more. Don't say I didn't tell you, don't say I didn't share, don't say I didn't give you the good. Don't come back to me complaining because it's right there. Go on now. Go get your 7-day free trial. Thank me later.
All right, and take.
We're back. Not the girl.
Take. Look, let's do it again. You ready? And take. Drink. We don't need numbers.
Do again. You're supposed. As soon as you do that, you're supposed to sip.
You're right. Okay, and take. Drink.
Because I was gonna say drink and then not drink.
Damn glasses.
No.
I'll come back to that after. But yeah, what's up?
Okay, so as we come to an end of this, as much as I'm enjoying this so much, I don't want it to end.
Really go for another hour.
I feel like we might end up starting a show together, but it will be a live show where we are live.
I've been wanting to do a show with the co-host just to have this kind of fun.
Yeah, but we do live, no editing.
I don't give a shit if it's live. I prefer that it's live because it's easier that way. I don't want to script the shit. Like, let's talk our shit.
I feel like every week will be too much, but once a month.
Every other week.
Oh, yeah, or every other week.
Once a month is not enough.
Yeah, once a month feels too long and it might
too much shit that happen.
Yeah, every other week. What can you
You're here first?
Y'all vote or y'all reach out to us after listening to this episode. Do you think we should start a live show every other week?
We're winning. The future is so bright. We gotta wear sunglasses. So before y'all even answer
every other week, yes.
All right, what's up? What you got for me?
As you know, this season for me is all about growth, pivoting, and rebranding. And we have talked about growth for you.
Yeah.
And
Personally.
yeah.
Mhm.
So let's talk. I'm curious with Black in the Garden. Have you ever had in 6 years in? I know we talked you within 2 years we rebranded. The logo changed from I had the normal lips logo and then I went to my face logo. I'm wondering if you ever rebranded and if you have, what did that look for you? Are you, if you haven't, are you planning to? And how does that look for you?
Well, my rebranding happened so early in the podcast that you couldn't even, it was hard to call it a rebrand because, like, let me see, I started the podcast November 19th, 2019. And by March, I had professional rebranding. Shout out to Paula Champagne, aka at Maker Tip.
Wait, did you say Paula Champagne?
You know Paula Champagne?
No, I just had my name, Paula.
Oh, right. Because when I tell you all the Paulas that I know are legit and lit. So
how did that not come into you?
I don't know. Because just like bomb ass women. So another Paula who was, just as dope, but in the visual storytelling department. So she rebranded my show. She created the imagery and the logo that you associated with it, for those of you who are familiar with the visual branding of Black in the Garden. She also illustrated all of the guests that I had a customized, personalized illustration for about 2 years. And so that is what makes up the content of the Black in the Garden coloring experience. And so it's been a really amazing time with that. And there's still a lot of more merch that I'm going to put out that is emphasizing those aesthetics. But as far as the rebranding, oh my gosh, I'm excited to do that. I like a lot of the core elements of Black in the Garden, especially like the text. What do you call it? The text logo. The trademark is pending, but it's already been applied for. And so what I would like to do with rebranding is just currently my illustration of my like Black in the Garden cover art avatar is me in illustrated form.
Do you have an illustrator?
Paula. Yeah. But I would like, in the future iteration of the show, the future rebranding of it, I would like for it to be more like me. I'm thinking, oh, I got to do a cute photo shoot. I got to, maybe make it kind of sexy or something like that. I'm not really sure yet because, unfortunately, one of the side effects of being a hyper creative is so many ideas, too many ideas. And then you're just kind of getting this overwhelm of like, well, what do I actually do? So it's important to take time, quiet, get the clarity in order to say, all right, this is what I should do to move it forward. But I definitely want to, and as I've been having events over the last month, I've been considerate of like, okay, how do I promote and market these? What is the scheme for the aesthetics that I put out? And it's definitely clean, sexy, minimal. So that's pretty much what I can tell you as far as where it's going when it comes to like promotional things and just the way the aesthetics are presented. But when it comes to the rebrand, child, I don't freaking know. I'm literally in transition. My podcast right now is going from one network to independent or potentially on another network. And so what that looks like for me is, because I am divorced and I have been through the full marriage and divorce process, what it feels like for me right now, as far as the Black in the Garden business goes, is I'm separated and I'm not divorced yet. So I got to make sure that I get all the T's crossed and the I's dotted. And then I move into an independent space where I'm just single for a while. Or I go at one of these suitors who wants to marry the show, as in bring it to their network. So that's where I'm at.
Does that scare you?
No, I like change. Like I've been through a lot.
No,
I'm gonna answer your question.
Yeah, okay.
It does not scare me to have unanswered questions because I'm always excited about like, okay, well, what is this going to look like? How is it going to feel? What's next? But yeah, it is exciting to me to know. I don't like uncertainty. I'm not saying that I like it, but something about the way my humanity is set up is I'm just like, sometimes you just don't know what's happening next. So you just gotta look forward to like, well, how's this gonna land?
No, but
People like to know stuff.
yeah, but knowing is not always good, anyways. But my ride on this was with the rebranding, right? My question was personally on the rebranding because I remember when I rebranded and changed the logo again. When you already have fans who are used to things a certain way, right?
Yeah.
And most people don't like change. However much we encourage change,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because people love the comfort zones. People like knowing what they know. People like being in the. That's why there's some
People do like their comfort.
That's why there's people who still are in their hometown, not because it's doing anything for them, but because
It's comfortable.
yeah,
And that's what they know.
exactly. So what I was
That
asking,
house, that job,
yeah,
that relationship.
even though you know you're better than,
You know,
you still
might be a little too big, too grown, too
So that's where my
advanced.
question was going because I remember when I changed my logo, I was so scared
Really?
and nervous to show the new logo as much as I loved it. And I knew deep down, no matter what, I made the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I wish the podcast was just for us. And I always tell people the podcast is for me, but eventually you want it to help somebody or touch somebody,
Mm-hmm.
right? So at the end of the day, it was like, just like constructive criticism. You want to hear it, but you don't also want to hear it. Like, I want to hear it, you want it to grow and change, but I don't want you to tell me what I'm doing wrong. Like, you know, so that's where I was. But then it got delivered so well because of the local people felt like, yo, this is actually you.
This is you.
We get you. Like,
We see you.
yeah. But it was still one part of me was like nerve wracking, like wondering like how are people gonna take it? I'm so scared. What if people don't like it? And I was because mind you, it's not like I had that much fun, right? It's different when you have 1,000, 1,000,000. Yeah, when you have like
Hundreds
10,
of
15,
thousands.
20, you're like, if I lose even 5,
It's real.
even 1, it's you know?
Yeah.
So every one of them mattered, but to be able to see them, everybody tell me that it was the best decision and it's better than the first, and like this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't expect that when you're going in because you don't know what the reactions will be, and people can be mean, like especially
On the internet.
especially on the internet. Because
They won't try it in your face.
yeah, but that's why you're promoting it, right? You're premiering it on the internet. It's not like you're premiering live. Even when you do it live.
Yeah. But go ahead.
So I was asking, are you scared in that sense when you make changes to something, especially when you already build a community of fans, right? And pivoting, rebranding, growth comes with a lot of changes. So when you make that, are you scared or nervous of how the community might react or how you might lose a few because they don't like the direction you went?
Simple question. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that came up in consideration of how to answer that is Outkast. I am a huge fan of Outkast. Outkast is really my favorite. Yeah, and one thing about Outkast when it comes to authenticity and innovation in the creative process for putting out something that is, you know, it's in this genre, but it is also very much like pushing the innovative boundaries of that genre. When I think of Outkast and how it was always the standard for them to innovate creatively,
and they did.
And that has been what I've just naturally adopted because I'm just like, well, if that's blueprint for me, if that's who has always resonated with me since I was a child, into adulthood and having the great privileged to be able to just be in Atlanta where they was, really doing their thing and coming to be as creative. I'm like, nah, I ain't scared about no innovation. I ain't scared about changing nothing, because every change that you see happening in the things that I put out and the work that I am producing creatively, it is for the sake of innovation. It is for the sake of adding something very unique and very relevant to the canon of the Black cultural conversation. So whatever it takes to make sure that y'all are paying attention and that y'all understand the significance, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep innovating. If I got to rebrand, I got to rebrand. If it's changing the look in order to make sure that everybody gets it and everybody's continuing to pay attention, I take after Outkast.
And I like that because Erykah Badu always works in her own.
Oh my God. Erykah Badu don't play, baby. One thing she gonna do is show up for that show and give you the show.
I love her.
And she will innovate. She will give you something new every time.
Like the teeth, the headsets, the outfits.
She is that you said that you brought Erykah Badu to the conversation.
Because when we're talking about, whenever I think about Outkast, I always also think about Erykah Badu for some reason.
Well, there's a familial connection there. There's a baby mama and daddy connection and a child.
Yeah, but also the fashion sense, because I don't dress as normal people. Like I grew up. I grew up a tomboy, and then I became chic. Like I've never been a girly girl or whatever. Like I don't dress to look pretty. I dress to the comfort of the event. So I always have, and I always try to.
Oh, I get it. I like to put something on.
And I like to mix that tomboy with chic instead of looking sexy, because I prefer,
personal style.
Exactly. So with Erykah Badu and Outkast, they do that, especially in the Black community when it comes to. We're talking about back in the people who I literally used to admire them for their style, the grills, the hats, the like even 100, 300,
3,000. Add a zero.
This shit is starting to hit. Because imagine if we'd done this a little bit earlier.
I told you it was for the best, and all we had was
And she said one over the other. So whichever one was. Yeah, but it proves that the fashion statement also stays true to your authentic self. Like it brings out your authentic self. And the more we keep growing and pivoting, it also grows and pivots with us. We understand our body much better. We understand our style much better. We have tried different shit. We have, and I love that. And speaking of that, a lot of the creators are there just starting up and building and doing things. And I don't want them to think we are all living this lifestyle that we're not. Me and I use the Mata. I change shoes in the bag in my Mata. So I want to make sure, and because we both do that and we're both here and we have seen each other do that, how does that affect your wardrobe choices?
Really? Nobody ever asked me about style. Let's go for it.
How do you pick
My style is more so like a look, a silhouette, textures, but most importantly, it is an expression of how do I say this? It's the way to express myself. When I'm dressing, when I'm determining what I'm going to wear, it's definitely focused on some kind of expression. I'm also very much into the sustainability aspect of style. And so what that means for me is, baby, you're going to see me wear the same stuff a few times. I don't care if I've taken pictures in it. I don't care if I was at such and such event, this or that or whatever. You're going to see that dress again. You're going to see that shirt, them pants, them glasses, whatever.
And if I like it that much, I'm a wait.
Because
I paid for it, motherfucker.
Yeah, I can name so many people who I appreciate for emphasizing wear your clothes.
Yeah.
So
because sometimes people just buy them to wear them one time, but you're wasting money. I'm not there. If I like it, I might style it different on my way the same. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's gonna get worn.
It's not about,
But
it's not purely about frugality for me. I'm definitely a frugal girly, but at the same time, when it comes to style and wearing the same thing, the same pieces multiple times, especially when I know I'll be photographed, I am considering, every opportunity, let me rephrase that. Every time I wear these pieces again, there's an opportunity to style it in a different way. So it's just kind of showing the versatility of it. And it's the opportunity. It's the opportunity to emphasize, okay, there's creativity here when it comes to how I'm deciding on how to wear something. So that's what it is.
It's not about what you're wearing, it's how you style it.
It is how you style it. And
because you can wear an expensive shit and still look like this.
Maybe you can look cheap.
You can wear Ross, and I'm here for Ross. I shop at Ross. I'm a Ross man.
I like myself.
Yeah,
you know.
Goodwill. I've bought some good shoes and clothes at Goodwill. Like, you know,
a lot of the stuff you see me on.
But it's how you switch it up and dress it up.
Yeah.
But my necessary point was on us using public transport and having to switch in between. That was where the question was going.
Because it's all about logistics. It's not just the logistics of like, how am I getting around when it comes to the public transportation aspect of getting around using that mode of transportation. But it's also like, if I know that I'm doing multiple things, how am I switching it up? Like when I first came up on you, and as the seasons are changing right now. So we are at the beginning of October. So when I left the house earlier, when the temperature was in the early 70s, I said, cool, I'm wearing my little cutoff sweatshirt. Crop shop.
What is a crop shop?
That is wine.
What is a crop shop?
That is wine. I'm wearing my crop shop.
Close your eyes. You just like
my crop top. Sweatshirt, but I packed a t-shirt, this t-shirt that I'm currently wearing, so that
she's on Beyonce, baby.
Cowboy Carter to the max. We're not gonna talk about.
And it's not a crop shop.
But when I put on my crop shop hoodie, sweatshirt, and then I know that I might get hot and I need to change it to a t-shirt, then I'm just prepared to be versatile. But yeah, I really appreciate that question.
Yeah, because I feel like social media has made people seem like everybody's on that budget, but
fuck that. I'm here to give anybody who needs permission. Baby, if you feel like you want to wear that thing again, wear it again. Wear it 5 times.
And we also show up by using the public transport. We don't drive. We don't have cars.
I just hit line off the other day. I ride the scooters. I said, look, there's an opportunity there to potentially become an ambassador.
So the reason I asked this question was to let you all know that if you're putting those limits on yourself, you're just blocking your own blessings. Because if you really can show up, whether it's by bus, by train, by boat, by line, by bicycle, show up. Put your backpack, put your shit in. There's always, like, I switch shoes. Like, I might dress, or sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I can wear this and then to be comfortable because I don't want to be too short in the whatever. I'll put tights, and then when I get to the place I'm going, remove the tights and the sandals and put on the heels.
Just
and
a quick little switch.
Like the visa.
Yeah.
She saw pictures of me earlier. I had sneakers. I didn't.
The sneakers is cute though. You didn't even need the heels.
I didn't need to. But also it was like, because when people say business.
Yeah.
But if it was like a podcast meetup, I'd have shut up with that dress and the sneakers. And the sneakers. It was so I wasn't when you're unsure, you just come in that way. That's why it's like if I felt like, I would have really gone to the bathroom and changed, but it works, and especially with the pictures we ended up taking, because so don't put limits on yourself. And as we come to an end, right, I have some rapid questions for you.
Let's do it.
All right.
Fire.
Biggest pivot you've made in life that nobody saw coming. Don't tell me Zoom divorce.
Biggest pivot. Shit, I don't know. I moved a lot. Like I've had to just be quick on my feet in making sure that me and my family was good when it
Where
came to
did you
housing.
move?
Child, Atlanta, a few states. Oh my God. Like, don't get me started with that. 'Cause
Okay.
It's a lot, but just being quick on my feet and knowing that if some shit go down, I got to make sure that me and my kids good.
All right.
Mhm.
What song defines your energy right now?
Oh, right now. Hey by Iman Omari.
I don't know that
If
one.
you know, you know. Just go look it up. It's a beautiful song. I love it. High energy.
Growth hack that actually works, but most people overlook.
Self-awareness.
Very true.
Yeah, you gonna get further when you know what the fuck going on with you.
One podcast everybody should listen to besides their own.
I'm gonna say the friend zone.
Who's that?
Oh my God, because you're gonna get something out of that one way or the other. It's cultural, it's not self-help. What is the word? So much wine.
Self-awareness.
What is it called? Personal development?
Self-awareness.
Personal development. You want to ask me rapid fires up to like four.
Okay, last one. If you could title this episode with our friendship, what would the title of this episode be?
We lit.
We lit, baby.
For multiple
Okay.
reasons.
Before we leave,
Uh-huh.
let the people know who you are, what you do, what you got going on, where they can find you, and all those good stuff. This is the sell yourself portion.
Hello, everyone. I am Cola B. Talkin, the hostess with the mostest of the Black in the Garden podcast. And you can find me on all of your favorite podcast platforms at Black in the Garden, or rather, just look for Black in the Garden. You can find me on the socials. I make most use out of Instagram at Black in the Garden. You can also find me at Cola B. Talkin on Instagram. You can find me at Black in the Garden on pretty much all the socials that I do use. If you don't find me, it just wasn't me. But I have a website, blkinthegarden.com. I just want y'all to listen to the podcast real bad. Like, just listen and tune in and support.
But you can tell the people what you do.
What? Oh God, what do I
You
do?
have coming up.
I have things coming up, but I can't really tell you specifically right now because I don't have all the details.
Website.
Not the website. I've not been doing the best at keeping the website updated with that. But
Follow on social media.
Instagram is where you can definitely keep up to date with that. My link tree at Black in the Garden. But here's what's most important as far as the timing of when this episode will air, which is right around the time, if not on the exact date of the anniversary, the 6th anniversary of the Black in the Garden podcast. Years, over 150 episodes. Like, we are really still here. And so I'm grateful for that. This is coming out after the conferences. So I don't want to say too much because as far as November goes, I don't know. Just celebrate with me on the anniversary. Just follow me on the socials and go like some stuff and comment and engage and share some shit. Whatever you see there, go share it. Like it. Love it.
Follow us to celebrate 6th anniversary. But I hate when people half sell them shit to themselves. And I think because some people are so used to being introduced in a
Traditional way.
Yeah, and I don't do that. So I thought we were gonna come to an end, but I have to question now on this because she didn't say it. Because you have coloring books, you have books.
I can't think of everything.
Like, you should know when I tell you sell yourself, I mean sell your motherfucking self.
You gonna ask me to sell myself?
But no, you should
After
tell.
half a bottle of wine?
I feel like you should tell people that, hey, I also have coloring books.
Hold on.
When
Let
you
me
go
get
on
the
my
book.
website,
No. Hold on. I can do it. Hold on. Let me see.
it's not my fault she decided to drink. I don't tell people you need to drink to come on the show.
The Black in the Garden coloring experience is a very special, specific, and customized offering that is for not just fans of the podcast, but for anybody, because everybody likes color, great for mental health, mindfulness, and those types of activities. So I'm just saying all that to say that when you go to blkinthegarden.com, you can learn more about how to get your own copy of that, period.
Thank you. And while you're doing that, she also has a playlist. So talk about the playlist.
Oh, yeah.
So you can be coloring while listening to the playlist.
Well,
damn, God.
so you did your research. So the playlist, I do have a playlist. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but I have a playlist
on YouTube. It's on
of
YouTube.
all of the podcasts that I have been a guest on.
YouTube.
That's on my Spotify. But I do have a playlist of all of if you look for Black in the Garden podcasts on YouTube, you can see all of these beautiful visual podcasts that we've done. It's a lot, y'all. Like I said earlier in the interview towards the top, I just do the shit and I be on to the next. I'm not sitting up here like, oh, that was so great. I really did my big one. I be on to the next because I'm just ready to get the next thing out into the world.
All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Thank you for having me.
We had lunch. We drank some wine. We probably shouldn't have smoked that shit, which we thought.
We're fine.
Because it took us there. But
you're amazing.
I have a last episode where you kind of just have to one word.
Go for it.
Growth feels like fill in the blank. Growth feels like
stretching.
Oh my God, Max said the same thing.
Period.
It was like, stretching is hard, but it's wonderful when you come out of it. Oh my God. Max said the same shit. And for y'all,
no fucking hole, man. Growth is serious business.
Because it was the Mark. We were all chilling together for lunch today, but she was not part of the episode. She came later after we were recording.
I just said the same person was the same thing.
Yeah, but they all answered the same thing. Oh my God.
You gotta stretch.
Yeah, and pivot feels like
going outside of your comfort zone with intention and strategy.
Amen. Rebrand feels like
no shit.
Because she moved from our wine to my wine. That's new shit.
Period. It was good too.
And that's a pivot. Pivot can be anything, y'all.
Whatever it
is. Thank you all for hanging out with us. But
I'm Soil Cousins. That's my audience, my supporters are my soil cousins. And when I sign off and I'm walking out or cutting off the microphone, I always like to wish you all love, light, and soil.
Rap Shit with P is more than just a name. It's what we do. We make visions come alive. From branding and merch to curated gifting and virtual assistant services. We help creatives, entrepreneurs, and businesses show up bigger, bolder, and better. So if you're ready to level up your vision, connect with us on IG at rapshitwithp or rapshitwithp@gmail.com. And that's WRAPSHITWITHP, rapshitwithp@gmail.com or rapshitwithp on Instagram. Rap Shit with P, where access meets energy, where passion meets execution, and where every detail gets wrapped with love and excitement. So here's to season 10, the final season of Talk Shit with P.
Oh shit. You believe it or not, I didn't end my recording with me still recording. End recording, my phone. Thank you, Shit Talkers, for tuning in and spending your valuable time with us. We appreciate you. To connect with us more, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter and catch all the shit-talking vibes before anybody else. You can subscribe to our newsletter through our website, www.talkshitwithp.com, and or our merchandise website, www.talkshitwithp.shop. And while you're there, feel free to shop away.
Talk Shit with P is available on all social media platforms with the handle Talk Shit with P. Follow us and engage with us. Better yet, if you're feeling generous, give us a review on Apple Podcasts and/or rate us on Spotify. You can also share a beer with me. Where my beer lovers at? I mean, what better way to support the movement than sharing a beer with me by buying me a beer at buymecoffee.com. Thank you for listening, sharing, engaging, and support in any way that you do. Remember, new episodes are out every Wednesday, and for part 2, if any, on Fridays. Let's talk and all listen to some shit. Happy shit talking.